Hey, welcome back once again to Photoshop Elements Weekly. This is episode number 10. And in this week's episode, we're going to learn about using the Green Screen Wizard 6 to do overlays. I told you I wanted to try to work that in last week, but it didn't quite work out for us. So we kind of lost the time there and we didn't have enough time to get to it. So I'm going to show you that. Now, this is a Windows-only program. We're also going to talk about importing into the organizer from iPhoto 11. And guys, I know a lot of you are using Windows, but there's a lot of Mac users out there, and I've been getting emails that said, Jack, we just can't quite follow your tutorial on how to get the photos in from iPhoto. So we're going to look at that. And then I think we're going to wrap it up with building your own overlay. I also told you I wanted to get to that last week, and we didn't make it to that. So stay tuned here and stick with me. And like I said, we are taking Skype calls here on Photoshop Elements Weekly. Okay, guys, very good. And Kevin said, am I sure it's week 10? Yes, it is. If you look at the, bring up YouTube here again, but if you look at YouTube, the last one I posted was 9, and the last one on Justin TV is 9. So yeah, I'm pretty sure it's 10. So hopefully that's okay. If not, I guess I can redo the intro later on. Not a big deal. But I'm just double checking now with my Photoshop Elements, with YouTube, just to make sure. Hey guys, thanks. This should be a TV show. Man, thanks a lot. That makes me feel really good. Build me up. So, and I hope I don't let you guys down. I think, yeah, this is Photoshop Elements Weekly 10. 10 weeks already I've been with you guys. That's pretty good. Pretty good. What's more important is you guys have been with me for 10 weeks and sticking in there and holding on. So that's great. Okay, so I hope this works out for us here. I am running, just so you guys know, if you care to know, I'm running Windows 7 in what's known as a virtual machine. So I hope it doesn't crash. I crashed it a few times. Hopefully the audio is good this week. We don't lose audio. And we are going to go ahead and get started. And like I always say, if you have any questions and you want to Skype in, that's great. I do appreciate the Skype calls. It's just try to Skype in after the tutorial's over. You know, when we're done with each training session, then we can go ahead and get your phone calls there and gladly take those. The number's up on the screen there for another second, and then we are going to kick that out of here so we can watch the tutorial. It's calming. That's good to know. Okay, then I'm a calming guy. Okay, you don't use Photoshop. Well, this is Photoshop Elements, so hopefully you can learn, download the demo and try it out. And I can tell you guys some of the best places to buy it. One place I like to look for Photoshop Elements is on eBay. You're looking for what's called an OEM copy. That's Original Equipment Manufacturer's copies. And when you buy it that way, you don't get any books, which you don't need the books because you have my tutorials, right? So I think we're okay. So you can learn with those. Okay, we're going to go ahead and get started. Let me bring up this computer here. Okay, what we're talking about today is this is the new Green Screen Wizard Pro. And this is version 6. So I wanted to bring this up and talk to you about this just to show you, and you can use the other versions also. I'm sure the version that Kevin is using, he can also do overlays, but I wanted to show you how easy it was to do an overlay with Green Screen Wizard. This is not by any means an ad for you guys or a commercial or anything. I just wanted to show you how it works, just as another option for you when you're doing your overlays. And I know, I don't know what your screen name is, but there it is, JMWG Nuke, Jessica, and I thought 9, no, it is 10. Jessica, by the way, this is I'm glad you shot your raw footage this week. Those pictures were great. I did look at a couple of those on Facebook, so it did look good. But and you like this, so I'm just going to show you another avenue of approach here. So what we're going to do here is we are simply going to go to adjust image right on the screen here, if you can see that, adjust image. And I don't know if I can get this any better or not. Let me see here, adjust image. I'm going to see if I can just select a region, and we'll see if we can do it that way. Maybe this will look better for you. I want you guys to be able to see as much of this as possible, what's going on here. So that's, to me, that's important when you're doing tutorials, right? You got to be able to see and know what's going on. There you go. So you should be able to see that better. And we are going to look at adjust images. And what we're going to look at here is right here where it says overlays. And on overlays, there's a couple of different ways you can do this. Now you can do frame overlays, which is a framing technique, and if you looked at the Green Screen Wizard site, you can see the framing techniques and how those work. And we also have on here the foreground overlay, which is, as we talked last week, that would be the top of the sandwich, right? The foreground overlay. And then we have the background overlay, or the behind part of it. So you can have either way of that. So, but what I like to do is, if you name your overlays, your background and your foreground correctly, and we'll look at that later in the last lesson. We're talking about creating our own overlays. It will load it up for you, and it works really well. So just go up here to automatic load, click on that, and we are going to go down to, let me find something here we can use. We'll just use this glass here. So we'll try this one. Okay, we're going to go ahead and click on open. And if you notice here, it loads both of them, the foreground and the background. So you don't have to look for anything at that point, right? The girl's inside, and she's kind of weird over to that one side there. So we're going to scale this, and we're just going to move her over a little bit. You don't want to bring her outside the glass, right? It won't look realistic. And then at that point, just simply click close and let the wizard do its work. And there you go. It's not rough at all on you that way. It's very, very easy. If you want to change them, just go back to adjust layer, go to overlays, go to automatic load. And I kind of like this one too. I was playing with this morning. Let's see here if it fires it in there. There we go. Let's close it. And presto, we are good to go. How much money can you make with this program? If you buy this software, how much money can you make with this program if you stood inside of a mall? I seen somebody in the mall once with a green screen setup, and they were taking pictures and just dropping backgrounds on. How much do you think a mother or a grandma would pay for a picture of a grandkid inside of a piece of glass, or inside that glass box? Huh? A good penny, I would think. So I think there is a good way to make it. Is there age restrictions? Yeah, I don't know what you're talking about in the chat window there. Age restrictions on what? Can you maybe clarify that? And if you can clarify that, that'd be great to know. I'd like to hear what you're talking about. Okay, so there is the quick, mean, fast, dirty, whatever way of doing green screen sandwich effects by using the Green Screen Wizard. I like the program. I wish, and I work with Ken a lot, nothing bad, but I wish Ken would come along with a standalone version for the Mac, because there's a lot of people using Macs to do this stuff, and the plugin's great. I do use the plugin, but if you're going to have to do a photo shoot or something and you have a green screen canvas, or I'm going to have to get the one out that I bought from the Green Screen Wizard. I don't know if Kevin bought the same one or not, but it's actually folded up. It's round. It's in this nice round package. I'm going to have to show that to you guys one day. I'll get a camera up and show you how that works, and we'll talk about that a little bit. So, okay, and Kevin's already doing pretty good at making some money with the Green Screen Wizard. You guys are go-getters, man. I gotta travel. I gotta come out and see you guys. Bring my camera, and you can teach me how to make money. That would be a great thing. Let's see. Okay, so you're trying to learn it so you don't have to pay a pretty penny. And Jessica, I understand that very much. I understand that, especially today. You know, when we're paying $3.70 for gas, which they said it's coming down. That's a great price. Yeah, I don't know for who, but what I am thinking is, Jessica, do you use the full Photoshop? Do you have Photoshop there also, or just Elements? Kevin's going to be a spokesman for Ken for Green Screen Wizard. You're definitely chatting it up there. That's great. Okay, guys, keep on chatting there. What I'm going to do at this point is, let me bring me back up. Bring our number back up here. So you can call in on that number anytime you wish. What I'm going to do now is I'm just closing down my virtual machine. When you run these things, it's running at what's called parallels on the Mac. And when you run this stuff, it starts to bog the computer down. Even though the computer is pretty good, I could probably use another couple gigs of RAM in it. But so I'm going to shut down the Green Screen Wizard Pro. We're done with that part of the lesson, so we're just going to close it out. And then I'm going to shut down this virtual machine and get rid of parallels so we can go on with the rest of our tutorials. So now's a good time to call. I can definitely talk as I'm doing this. I do a lot of that at work. I talk as I work on the computer. So, and if any of you guys have a webcam you want to get up on the camera, that would be even more exciting. That'd be interesting. I know Kevin's done it before with me, and we've chatted a few times. Okay, Jessica, just Elements. All right, so I need to find a way. Now, I did a video a while back on how to remove green screen without the Green Screen Wizard, because before I first met Ken, I had no way to get rid of the green, but I knew I wanted to do green screen photography, so I played with it, and I learned a lot about it. So there is ways you can do it. Oh, if I don't break my arm here on my other computer here, but so yeah, there is ways you can do it, and it's not really hard. The hard thing is, I guess, is getting what we call the spill. Did you ever see spill before, Jessica? Spill around a green screen. Usually it's with a white shirt. Or with like a brownish color shirt. What happens is the green kind of tints the outside of the clothing, and I show a way to get rid of that in one of my videos. It's been a while ago, so I have to look it up in the archives. But it is on the YouTube channel, so if you guys want to see that, it's definitely there for you to look at. All right. Trying to get my mouse free here from the thing. Okay, so like I say there, guys, if anybody else wants to chat in there, just throw your name in the chat window. It'd be great to talk to you there. So somebody sent me a link in Skype, and I don't even know what it is. I wanted to see what it is there without playing it, maybe. I'm just shutting down a virtual machine right now, so hang in there with me. I've got accused on YouTube. People put comments on there says all you do is babble on your channel. It's live, folks. Like somebody said, it could have been TV. So, yeah, that's not good. So it could have been TV, but it's not. But there's some babbling on there. All right. So with that said, I got the virtual window closed. I am going to close out parallels here, and we'll get started, and we'll keep moving on. If nobody has any questions, let me bring his chat window over now. I can probably follow the chat window now over here instead of over there. Oh yeah, I can't report that. I'm not a part of Justin TV. You can report yourself. On that link that you sent me, go down to the bottom. There's a thing there that says flag. I think it says flag or report. Click on that, and you can go ahead and report it. And they'll email you back and tell you that they're looking into it. So, but thanks for bringing that up. Yeah, that stuff should not be on Justin TV. That was pretty bad there. So, but definitely send it out there to them and let them know. Okay, so the next thing we're going to look at here, like I said, don't know how many of you guys are using a Mac, but I do, and I do get emails from both Macs, Windows, everything there. So, and we've had a lot of people lately said, "Boy, Jack, you know, tutorials are great, but I'm trying to follow along and I can't really figure it out there." So, what I thought I would do here is show you how to import from iPhoto into the new organizer, because with the Mac for a long time we had version 6 of Elements and there was no organizer. The organizer was actually iPhoto. It's something that Apple had with Adobe, that they didn't allow Adobe to put any organizer onto the Mac. The reason was they wanted you to use iPhoto, right? That's their program, and they wanted it utilized. But I think now it's more important that you bought the Mac, right? So you should be able to use any software you want on top of the Mac. You shouldn't be like strangleholded into their software. And they did remove a couple things I found on here, like there's no mapping feature like there is on Windows. You guys on Windows, with your organizer, you can click on a face or a place and put it in a location when you take your pictures if you go on vacation. So that's kind of cool. So we are going to talk a little bit about how to get the photos from iPhoto into the organizer. And I do these too, remember, because these go up on YouTube. Hopefully, I don't know when I'll be getting it up there, because I am starting to teach classes tomorrow. Actually, I'm teaching for 4 days this week. So I'll be a tad bit busy teaching. So hopefully I get my classes done. But that's neither here nor there, right? No, I don't want to bother you guys with that. Okay, let me go and switch over to that computer here. So now, and this looks just like yours does, right? If you're on Windows, if you're on the Mac, anybody, this is Photoshop Elements Organizer. And we've talked about this before, but this is a very nice way to get your pictures in. Just recently I was showing you with the layering effects how I was able to label, bring up the actual names of the pictures under it. And when your camera names anything, it names them kind of weird anyway. Now, we can do a lot of stuff with that. We can look in the future of batch renaming, which I use when I do weddings. I think it's critical, and the reason we do it with weddings is because what happens at a wedding, you're shooting the sometimes we go out the night before and we'd shoot the rehearsal, just getting ready and the different aspects of it, because I like to build a story of a wedding. I don't like to go to the wedding day and shoot pictures of your wedding and your reception and say, here's your pictures, right? That's not very professional. So we threw in the rehearsal as a bonus, and we don't charge extra for that. We just go out, and it gives you a chance as a photographer to look at the lighting and everything in the church, to see what you're going to be up against. You can look at positions. You can see if there's a balcony. So it's a good time for you also, so it's not going to hurt you to do that. But when I come back, I rename those. Rehearsal, and I start at number 1. Then I do wedding, start at number 1, and then I do reception, start at number 1. You can even put their name in there, and it makes it really nice and easy to figure out which pictures you took when, instead of these weird naming conversions. Such as naming conversions here. Let's just show you this, because I love to show you things here. I think it makes more sense when I show you than just telling you what I'm pointing out to you. Here you go. We'll give you 2 different ones here. Just like that. Now you can see here these naming conversions right under here I'm talking about. That's where it's really, really, really weird. It's weird to do that. So, okay, let's go back to the full window here, and we are going to the Photoshop Elements 9 organizer. Okay. So now you want to go ahead and import your iPhoto, right? Because we have tons of stuff in iPhoto that we want to get imported into our actual organizer. So what we're going to do here is, it's very easy. Just go up under File. Okay, then you go to Get Photos and Videos. Okay. Now, I don't know, maybe I had it some other way in there, but if I go into here and I go from Files and Folders, don't go from iPhoto. If you go from iPhoto, what tends to happen is it's going to pull everything in from your iPhoto at one time. You have no way of stipulating what you would like to have. So everything is dumped into the organizer. I don't like that. because you might not want all those pictures in your organizer. So I'll do it from files and folders, and we'll bring this up. And what we're looking for here actually is right here. Let me just bring this over here. What we're looking for here is right here on the bottom. Okay, it says media, and there's music, photos, and movies. Click on photos, and what that's going to do is open up your iPhoto libraries. I don't even know how I found this one day. I just kind of stumbled upon it. And that's a website, right? Stumble upon. But hey, so I kind of stumbled upon it, and I was able to find this to allow me to go through here and pull any album I want in here. Again, let me fix this up here a little bit. Alright. So at that point, I was able to go in here. These are all my iPhoto albums, and I was able to go in here and pick out any album I wanted to pull in there. So I'm trying to see what I actually want to pull in there, but oh, let's see here. Yep. One of my photography classes I taught here locally. Let's see here. Let's just say that one, Dutch Fork Lake 2005. This is an old fishing lake I used to go to with my dad here, so I don't know if you can see those pictures or not, but that's beside the point. So we click on that, and what I do here, then I just highlight all these. I click the first one, hold my shift key down, get all of them, and click on Get Media. And what it's going to do is it's just going to pull in that particular iPhoto album without pulling in all the other stuff that I don't really want right now. And that's how simple it is. So if you're the person that emailed me asking about that, hopefully that's going to help you out, and you'll understand how that works. And so that is how that works. It's very, very simple and very easy to do. But you just have to remember to do that. Make sure when you're going to photo, get files and folders, and just make sure you go down towards the bottom, like I said, and go to your media. Don't click on the top of them. Go to your media, because if you've never used a Mac before, what happens is if you go into pictures, here, let me see if I can go up here and go into pictures. There's a thing here called the iPhoto library, and everything, you can't get in there. It's kind of a closed, basically a closed folder. If you right click on it and say show content, you can get in there, but ordinarily you cannot. So you have to go down here to media and then folders, and then you're good to go. So that is that. Okay, guys, so if anybody has anything to talk about here this morning, or anything that you want to bring up, you can give me a call. And let me close the organizer here, because this next part is actually something we talked about last week, right? Making overlays. We did discuss that last week. And I just want to bring us back up. So we did talk about making overlays last week and how that works, but I didn't really show you because we ran out of time. So you can make your own overlays, and you can get rid of the green without using the green screen wizard. You can do it. It takes a little bit more work. It takes a little bit more time to get the green away, but it's perfectly fine. You know, especially when you're first starting out as a photographer, you don't have a lot of money and a lot of resources to buy the latest and greatest software. We were all there. We all started there. So what happens is you actually start to get to that point where you need to be able to remove that green screen for free. And I'll work on those for next Sunday. I'll figure out a great way, or as easy as possible, to show you how to do that. You can look back through my tutorials and you can find that, and you'll definitely find out how I did it, and do it that way. So, but hey, I'm just pausing here for a second, just kind of shooting some shooting the breeze here a little bit, just to see if anybody has any questions that you want to call in with. There's my Skype number. And it's not traditional Skype. I actually bought a Skype in number to let you guys use your cell phones. And you can call 724-701-0911. You can call in there and bring upon your questions, or throw them in the chat room there. We have a lot of people in there with a lot of photography skills and a lot of editing skills. So been working with a lot of these same people here for quite a while. And if you're new to the channel, welcome aboard. I'm very honored to have you here, and it's nice that you're taking time out of your morning to join us. And all you got to do is click on, all I asked you to do here is click on the follow button. If nothing else, just follow the channel, and then as we go live each Sunday or whenever else I may go live with this channel, you'll be notified. Okay, so now for this last part of our Sunday morning together, we are going to talk about how to create your own overlay. I tried working with this the other day, and I was so discouraged because I knew I could do it, but I just couldn't get it right. So I found a picture that I did a while ago, and I thought, wow, I could probably recreate that. I was going to show you guys the video, but that's not right because this is live and I want to show you live. So I want to show you it live. If I want you to see the video, I'd tell you go back to YouTube and look at the video, but I don't want you to do that. And that's why when you're doing these, I kind of ramble, because I talk pretty much for an hour. You guys know that. Keeps the wife happy, because then I usually can't talk the rest of the day, so that's good. But anyway, so we are going to go ahead, and first we have to find an image that I'm going to use. Okay, the last time I did this kind of tutorial, I found the image actually up on Google Images, right? A lot of you guys know that I like to use Google Images, and I really enjoy being able to find things there. And I figure everything's posted there is pretty much free game, right? Because it's posted on YouTube or Google Images. You can also go to Flickr, and if you're a member of somebody's Flickr feed, or if you're not, I know Kevin just recently started his Flickr feed. I ask all you guys to start Flickr feeds, and we can join each other, so that way as you're posting things through the week, you can see each other's work, and it's really a nice thing to do. And you can do that for free also. It's Flickr. It's FLICKR.com. So it's Flickr.com. Oh, hey, thanks, Jessica. Your husband loves this hour because I am not bothering him. Hey, don't do a to-do list. See, a lot of your... I actually see, I kind of met your husband through pictures, because I've seen some of your family portraits there, and it's really nice to see everybody and kind of feel that you know people that you're talking to, so that's nice. Before I do go on there, I have to break just for, remember that 58-second commercial break there, so I got to throw that just so it's in the video somewhere, and from our sponsor, so we're going to do that, and then we're going to come back, and we're going to go right into this last tutorial and your viewer questions, so let's go ahead and play that up. Green Screen Wizard for all your green screening needs. From standalone software to plugins to the green screens themselves. Ken is the man you want to go to. Longtime photographer and programmer, Ken has pulled both of his talents together to create the easiest green screen processes. And one hosting services. Do you need a personal website, or do you have a business looking for a company with dependability and support, yet at a reasonable cost, not to break the bank? 101 does it all. Websites, domain names, email services, and even remote servers. To order any of these products, go to my website, jackstechcorner.com, and click on the graphics on the left side of the page. Now, back to learning. Okay, guys, and we're back. Hey, I've just been watching the chat window there. You guys are great. I love following the chat windows. Kevin's talking about Flickr. I got Jessica asking, what does Flickr do? I believe we're going to take a moment here, and we're just going to bring this up. Bring up a separate tab here, and I'm going to show you. Kevin's doing a pretty good job explaining it, actually, but I'm going to show you guys here. Just what Flickr is. And here is what Flickr does for me. I just talked to my wife the other night about this. We were talking about it. She said, well, why do you got to pay for that professional account again for Flickr? The Flickr professional account, I think, cost me, I don't know, you can check for sure, $30 a year, something like that. I'm not real sure exactly what the price is. But it's unlimited uploads of your pictures, full quality. So what does that mean? What that means is basically you're going to be able to have your pictures backed up for $30 some a year. Not real bad. I'll try to bring this up for you guys here. Not the best shot in the world. But what it does, it allows you, like I said, without rambling on too much, but sharing this information with you because now, it was brought up. I'll bring up my contacts here too, just so you can see this. So what this does is, here is my name here, right, up on the top. Here's Kevin, because Kevin's one of my contacts. He's one of my friends, as well as Thomas, and you got Kathy here. And then you got your contacts. So the way this works is it's a big group of photographers. Oh, I hope you don't have unlimited for free. My goodness, that's crazy. I pay all that money, you got unlimited for free? Then what am I getting? What am I paying for? I don't know. But what it also allows you to do here is have sets. And sets are like photo albums. So as you're uploading, you're creating sets and uploading. So this will store stuff. I have stuff in here from years ago. And I've been a member of Flickr for, I know I've at least paid for the Pro account at least 5 times. So, and before that I was a free member for a long time. So yeah, I don't know exactly what it is now or what I'm paying for. But anyway, that is Flickr. You can also print from there. You can do a lot of things from there. So it's well worth it. It's worth to grab that. Huh, that was pretty nice. They sent you a message today. Must be all that great photography work you're doing and putting up there. That's pretty cool. But hey, so Jessica, check it out. Like I said, at least for backups. But it's a nice place to share your work. And you can very easily, you see here, you can very easily click over here and share your work right on your Facebook accounts. And it's just pretty cool. So I just wanted to throw that out there to you. Okay. So with that said, we are going back now to our lessons. So we are going to, I said Google Images to look for an image to do a overlay, create our own overlay. So we just go to google.com, click on images. And the one I did before, I don't know if you guys watched it or not, but it was called a glass. It was fun times, I think I called it. But what I did was I searched for a wine glass, I think I used. And I found a wine glass that I wanted to use here. Let me see. I don't know which one I actually used. No, I think I actually used one I took myself, is what I did. I always look for a large image, because when you start cutting these out, you need a better image. You need something that you can crop around and do things with. So you want the best image possible that you can work on. Let me see here. Alright. Yeah, see, I really like the one I used before because I took it myself. I knew it was a good image. But we're going to try to make an overlay here. We'll try to do this one. Let's see how it works anyway. It's a pretty good size image. It takes that long to load. Alright. So there it is. And you're going to basically save the image as, and we're just going to save it here. Pictures. Show pics. And let's stick it in here somewhere. See what it's called. Don't forget, we also have the contest at the end of the show here, so don't run off. That's a good time. And we'll save that. Okay. Now that we have that, we can get rid of that, and we're going to go back to our editor. The editor right here. So we are first going to size this down a little bit. So we'll go under resize. You can go under scale, because then we can just pull these back, right? We're just going to scale this down a little bit, just so we can work on it. Click on OK. And then at that point, I don't like this picture at all to use, but I don't want to bore you guys any more than I already am. Okay. Actually, I think what I'm going to do... I know I've seen that picture a little bit ago here under events. So I'm going to go back here and see if I can't find it. No, probably not. But anyway, you can't even actually search for glass. Nope. 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 Okay, so I can't find the picture I want, unfortunately. I don't really like the one I have there. We're going to try to use it anyway since it's there. I need a green screen picture. So we're going to open up my green screen pictures here again. Let's just grab that real quick. This is not a good morning. I am organized, believe it or not. I am organized here. But this particular picture does not want to work well with me. First thing I got to do is get rid of the green like we did last week. So I'll do a Control J. Shut that off. And go to filter, and I'm just using the green screen wizard. Like I said, next week I kind of work out how can we get rid of the green without using the green screen wizard. So, and I know there's a way to do it. We can definitely work together on that. But I just wanted to show you how you can make an overlay. It's not real hard to make it. I don't like the particular glass because you want something that you can see through a little bit. That kind of gives you more of a depth of it. But anyway, let's just clean this up a little bit right here. Okay. I gotta take more green screen pictures, you see. Most of these are all my demo stuff I did a while back. So now we have these glasses. We are going to simply take this background here and... yeah, we didn't want to fill it with black. We want to fill it with white, actually. Let's fill it with white, just to try to match that other white. There we go. Okay, now the first thing you want to do is, when you're doing these, this will be your background layer, and then you have to have a layer on top of that to be the foreground layer, just like we had last week. But this week, the only thing different is we're making this ourselves. So I'm going to give you the basics of it and show you how to do this. So do a Control J, leave the background layer the way it is. Alright, and on this top layer, we're going to shut that off. We want to go around here and select this stuff. So we're going to make a selection, and everybody knows I like the quick selection tool. You can really use whatever you want, whichever selection method you want. And we're going to select around the top of this glass right here. You don't even have to go that far down. So we can actually go to minus, and we'll get rid of some of this selection here. Just like so. And like that. Then, what you're going to do, where'd my selection go? Okay, there's a selection right there. Like I said, you probably want to take off a little bit, just as much as you can. This selection has to be one of the better selections you've ever made, okay, to make it look more realistic. Let's Take it off right there. Just like that. And once you get that selected, we should be able to hit the delete key, right? And you should be able to get rid of that. And just like that. So now what you have is you have those transparent pixels right there on the top, or the foremost layer, right? And that's all you're doing to create these things. Now, for you folks out there wanting to know how to do this with the green screen wizard, what you need to do is name these layers. And only layer it's going to get named, if you have these both on, it'll be one name. If you uncheck that and have that one on, that's one name. And then we're going to have this one on as a different name. So here's what I'm talking about. Let's go to File, Save As. And we're working with the foreground, is what you're working on now. So I'm going to go to Pictures, go to Background, and I know I have my foregrounds and my backgrounds. If you guys, that's really, really hard to see. I got to blow this up, so I don't mean to take your time out when I'm setting screens here, but I tell you what, I want you to see this stuff. You know, that's how we learn. And this is the same, even on Windows, you're going to do the same thing. You got to save it, and you got to know where you're saving it to. Here we go. Okay, that's a little better on your screen. There's now, you can see what's going on. So this is the foreground image, and we're going to change this to a PNG file. And then in front of wine, put in there FG underscore, and there's already a wine glass in there, so I'm going to write number 1 after this. So that's my foreground, and that's really important if you're using the whole entire green screen wizard package I showed a little bit ago. When you use the auto, it looks at the foreground and it wants the same name for a BG, for a background. So there's your foreground. Click on Save. Click on No Interlace and let that save out. The next thing we're going to work on here is we're going to click on this bottom one, uncheck that top one, and do the same thing. Do File, Save As, and under this one we are going to go to, again, Pictures, Backgrounds, that's just where I have mine saved, and then the background, and here we're going to do BG underscore and then make it number 1. So you have an FG for a foreground and you have a BG for a background. That's how they work. And change this again, I'm sorry, to PNG. Oop. So this again, BG underscore and then number 1. Yeah, Kevin, PSD files will work also for this, but what happens is it will not work for the green screen wizard. It looks for the PNG extension. That's just kind of how they have it set up. So that if you want to build this to make it universal, you want to do PNG. So it's kind of how that is set up. And that's our background. So save that out. Okay. So now we're going to do our best to show you how this works without breaking everything here. There you go. We are going to go back now to my green screen picture, or this is a picture you can actually extract. And maybe next week I'll talk to you a little bit about extracting. We've put so much emphasis into green screen, and I know a lot of you guys, didn't buy this program, and I don't blame you. It's an expensive program. It's just if you do a lot of green screening, I recommend it because I think it's going to save you a lot of time, and Kevin realizes that, and he's already making money back from his. So some guys have all the luck. Wasn't that a song one time? Let's click on Select All. We are going to click Edit and Copy. And we're going to introduce that layer back into this particular picture here. So we are going to do Edit and Paste. And this is live TV. I hope it works out for us. Click on the Move tool. Man, we actually got to resize this now because this thing is huge. Let's see. Here I am right here. Sometimes I think that's when people put pictures together like this and they email me and say, Jack, I moved them layers and there's nothing there. Just click on the Move tool and on your layer, because a lot of times it's just too big. Different cameras shoot different resolutions and it's just too big. So it's kind of how it works out. So Oh, I think I moved me a little bit. We're going to shrink it down a little bit more here. Just so it looks good there. I can make it a little bit bigger than that, maybe. Just so you get the effect. And hopefully this works out alright. Like I said, this is live TV, so. Okay. Now you want to get this foreground above the background, right? And the only thing we did there that didn't come out right is we didn't leave enough of that cup. Because really what you want here on that cup itself is just the top part here. Here, let me show you what I mean here. Let's take this cup over here. We're going to just select around here. Then up here a little bit. Nope, it's not going to work out there. Let's see. We're going to click on here and add this up here. Okay, I'm going to subtract some of this down here now. Right about here at the rim. Because we didn't leave anything there to cover up is what happened. So let's just get rid of this. Remember, it's live. Don't kill me because of a live show. You know, when I do YouTube videos, if there's a mistake, I just edit it out. So, but live video, what are you going to do? Okay, so there we have that. Hit the delete key on that one. On that. Okay. So what we're going to do now is we're just going to move me, over to here. And now you get the general idea how that covers up. Let's go to select, deselect, get rid of all that. So now you understand when you're doing these overlays, you have to set this so, and you have to cut out just the parts you don't want. Okay, it's cutting it off on the top there. And the reason it's doing that is because this is the top of the picture. That's why I said I really didn't like those glasses. You have to have everything in full frame as much as possible. What's I say you're getting? Hey, thanks a lot, guys. I don't think I'm getting old. I mean, hey, you know, still with it, still there, still editing. But there you go. So if you clip that off, now you can see that the body gets covered up inside of the glass. So that's an overlay, right? That's how you would do your overlays. And like I said, the top of the head got cut off because the picture is not big enough. So that's what happened there. So that is that. And luckily I can edit out some of that for YouTube and clean that up a little bit. And make it so it's going to work out a little bit better. So, and I haven't done that tutorial for a while. So that's all from the old mind. Thanks, guys. I appreciate that. So, hey, if you have any questions, by all means, pop them in here now. Now's a good time. I am going to set up now here for our contest, just to see if anybody knows the picture. And with that picture, you will win a beautiful, fabulous prize straight from the studios of me. And then we will be good to go. So, what the heck happened over there? Hey, Jessica, thanks. I'm sorry there were so many mistakes today. You know, I don't ordinarily go through a lot of mistakes, but it happens. It's live TV. What are you swimming in? That what? Oh no, no, I'm not swimming in a cup there. That's actually, believe it or not, that's an overlay. So, of the cup. So anyway, okay. Let me set up for our contest. And see, I don't know why it's doing that. All right, there we go. So we're gonna set for the contest here. Hopefully, I can find this picture again. I just did it a while ago. And so everybody stick in there with us and see if anybody can get this one this week. This is a contest I started doing last Sunday. Let me give you my spiel here. each and every Sunday, we will hold a contest. This contest is 30 seconds. We give you 30 seconds to identify the picture. If you identify the picture, you, your wife, and your family will be flown to the beautiful Waikiki Islands. In the Waikiki... Okay, no, I'm lying. That's not true. Wait. Oops, whoop, take that back. You will be sent, just email me, or we'll get some way for you to send me your address, and I will send you the latest, greatest DVD that I created, which is Elements 9 Volume 1. I pay for shipping and everything. I'll send it to you for free if you win this contest. So it's not the islands, but it's still a pretty nice prize. So I just want something out there to give you guys. Okay, so if everybody's ready, there's music in the background. Where's there music in the background from? Anybody else hearing music? Yeah, I don't hear any other music going. All the music is shut off here. Hopefully there's none. I don't hear anything else moving on here. So, let me bring up my browser just to make sure there's nothing going there. Yeah, there's nothing on there either. So, okay, so we're gonna go ahead and get started with the contest. And let me just close this up. Find it here. Bring up my clock. My official clock. Get ready to bring this up. Let's see here. There we go. Find the picture. And they're off. There it is. Any ideas, just throw it up in the chat room. Okay, no ideas. Nobody checking in there. Nobody checking in on this picture. Hopefully this picture's coming up okay. There's probably a delay going on, I think. So I'm going to leave it up there for a few more seconds. And we'll see if anybody comes up with it. I'm just bringing up my stream also so I can see what you guys are seeing at the same time here. No, you didn't see it yet. No, not yet. Okay. Yeah, I'm bringing the stream up now just so I can try to follow along here when this picture comes up. There is a delay. There's a delay, so we'll see when that picture comes out. And then when it comes up here, I'll just give you 30 seconds from that. What's the prize? The prize is the newest Photoshop Elements DVD. It's Elements 9 Volume 1. Elements 9 Volume 1. Thanks. There's the picture. There is the picture. We now have 30 seconds. Let me hear what you might have in your arsenal of ideas for that one. It's guess the pic. That's right. Guess the picture. This is a part of a larger picture. And you're going to guess it and let me know what it is. A shirt. Good guess. Pool cover. I like that. You guys are remembering from last week, like, whoa, he showed his pool ladder. I really like that pool cover. Holy cow, Jack. Nope, not a holy cow, Jack. Your Skype pic. Thanks, buddy. No, not my Skype pic. Good guesses. Real good guesses. I like the pool cover. You remember the pool ladder from last week, and you thought, Jack was outside taking pictures. And I might have to make an easier one for you guys next week, but stained glass, that's pretty close. It looks like it. Good guesses. I appreciate everybody being in here with me this week. I really do. I'm as much honored, I guess, as flattered that you guys want to spend time with me. So, folded paper, crushed paper. That's good. It looks good. You guys are going to enjoy this picture. A leaf. Okay, so let's go ahead. I think it's about 30 seconds. Let me go ahead and switch this picture over now. And let's see here. And this is the actual picture. I'm going to bring this up. Yeah, I think you can see that well enough. Okay. Now, I don't know how many people, if you know this, Noodle cheats. Noodle didn't get it either. He's not even in the room, so he can't be talking. He's downstairs somewhere. Okay, so here it is, guys. I don't know how many of you people live in Colorado or ever been to Colorado. That is actually where I got this shot from. So there we go. So if you guys have ever been to Colorado, this is the Colorado Convention Center, and that is the Blue Bear outside of the Convention Center. That thing is huge, huge. I got some other pictures with people standing around it too. So, but it's really big. And if I could find those, I'll post those up on the Facebook page. Hey, and if you guys aren't a member of our Facebook group, it's called I guess a group. It's Jack's Tech Corner. Just click on there. Some people have gotten ready to join. Some other people have to be approved. Whatever you need to do, I'll approve you. Don't worry about it. I'll get you approved up there, and you can post pictures and see what each person's doing. It's really, really neat. So it is a big blue bear. It's called the Big Blue Bear at the Colorado Convention Center is where that bear is standing. So he's always there. Never leaves. You're all winners. You're right. Everybody's winners. Like I said, a crushed paper bear. Well, that was a good try. Good try, crushed paper bear. Hey, you guys are definitely all... I feel that I'm the winner just by having all you guys with me each and every weekend. So it's great. Okay, Jessica, till next week. Hey, be kind. Today is Sunday. Today is Be Kind to Husband's Day. You're not supposed to have a to-do list or a wish list. It's just Be Kind to Husband's Day, and he should be kind to you too. Take them all out for a nice hike somewhere and grab that camera and take it along with you. Guys, join Flickr. Sign up for a free Flickr account and get your stuff up on Flickr. We'd love to see you there and love to see your stuff there. And if nothing else, please join our Facebook group. Love to have you there. Watch the YouTube videos. Be subscribed to that. And follow this channel. Join Justin TV for free and follow this channel. So that's about it. I'm going to be wrapping it up here. Like I said, the delay is killing me. It's not as fast as I like it to be some days. But we're going to wrap it up here. And I hope that next week you come back and join us again on Sunday morning. I'll try to have the tutorials better laid out. But you can watch the highlights of this one on Justin TV. Or you can check it out on YouTube later on today. You live in Ireland. Hey, it's good you live in Ireland. I've always wanted to grab a camera and go to Ireland. So, something I always wanted to do there. And that's it. We're going to wrap it up. Thanks again for coming to Photoshop Elements Weekly. And I will see you back here next Sunday for another episode of Photoshop Elements Weekly. Bye for now.